The next step is assembly of the headboard, which is similar to the footboard but tilted back at a 4-degree angle. The headboard design also includes a rail with a routed profile attached to the top, however that will be added at a later date. I am using 12 elongated dowels for the headboard to leg attachment, and as I've said many times, the raised panel system is very pleasing to the eye but also very weak in construction. So the elongated dowels will extend through and into the raised panel to provide additional strength in that area. A system for reference has to be determined, and that will be shown in the next segment. To provide additional structural strength, a 1x4 rail would be attached to the lower section using 8 dowels. And for your information, the failure point on one of those 4 dowel joints is approximately 900 pounds. Let's get started. Okay, now we're aware that the leading edge of the leg, each leg, is tapered back at a 4-degree angle. We also want the headboard to follow that same angle. So the dimensions of the 2 legs are identical. And we have to determine a reference point or a starting point. So we place these 2 together with the 4-degree angle at the outside. Make sure they're absolutely flush. Then what we do is go to the intersection and measure down, in this case 2 3/4. The reason for that is the routed rail is 2 inches, so that will come up to about here. So we come down at 2 3/4, put a mark on each edge, move them apart, and I have this handy little gauge that's I've set at 4 degrees. Put that on there, and at that mark, that's your reference mark. And do the same on the other side, in the opposite direction, of course, and that gives you your other reference marker. But you know that all of the drillings are going to be absolutely identical. So. Now we place Dowelmax, obviously referencing from the tapered section because that's what we want, the profile we want to follow. We bring it up to the midway across the line, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We drill, in this particular case, we drill 4 and 5. Slide it down after that's completed, and use the small distance gauge. And set that in, and again following the same contour, clamp it and drill 1 and 2. Move down again, take that, put it in the last hole, try and get into a standard pattern. I always put it in the last hole drilled. Bring this up here, clamp it again, and drill, in this case, 4 and 5 again. That's those 2 complete. Now you'll notice that this is a face joint, so normally we would have completed this in the second configuration for Dowelmax. However, in this particular case we don't have to do it, and it's easier just to use the extra spacing, and we're set here at 5/8. With the other additional 3/8, it brings us an inch, the centre, an inch from the outside edge here. Now to do the bottom rail, we use the longer distance gauge. Make sure it's absolutely parallel. Bring this up, just touch. Now we're using a 1x4 here, so we don't need all 5 holes. That's way overkill. We're going to drill 1, 2, 4 and 5. And as I said, that will have a failure point of approximately 900 pounds per square inch. That's it, complete now. And everything will be absolutely in line. And we follow the same procedure with the other leg, and as far as this area goes, you follow identical system of drilling with the headboard, and then that's it complete. Okay, we're now ready to dry fit the headboard assembly, and as I've said many times, when you're dry fitting these units, you should always use about approximately 50% of the dowels, or you may have trouble getting the system apart. Additionally, in this case, the dowels are elongated and extend into the raised panel system. Okay, so let's put this thing together. See that everything is true and together. Check with the square, and it's absolutely perfect. So that's that dry fit assembly finished.